We finished number 38 yesterday. There, Shankara has given us certain prerequisites or acharas, some codes of conduct, some disciplines, which would help us in our final goal, that is the realization of the Supreme Self by this technique. There are 2 points. If you see the previous sloka, the second line says, Bhavajete kamatmanam kamanam tamananyadhi. There are 2 or 3 impossible things like it looks. Yes, he says, think of that Atma only. Right. Ananyadhi, uninterrupted by any other part whatsoever. Never bring the world into mind at any time when you are concentrating on your Atma, on your Supreme Self. And another point is, the one you are concentrating on is not a point. It is easier to concentrate on a point. How can you concentrate on something which occupies all the space, which is ananta, which is infinite, with infinite possibilities, infinite forms, infinite in everything. It is all infinite in nature. How to conceive of it in a comprehensive manner and then to concentrate. If somebody says, you concentrate on the entire town of Tiruvannamalai, how is it possible? If somebody says, you just concentrate on the shrine, Ramana shrine, that will be easier. Because concentration normally means that. I've seen when Arjuna was being taught archery, the drawing of bow and arrows, he asked his other colleagues first. Everybody is there with his drawn bow, and they ought to hit at an artificial bird. Not at the artificial bird, but its eye. Only one eye is being seen, is retina. It has to be pierced. So everybody is ready. He asked Duryodhana, hey, what are you seeing? I am seeing the bough of the tree and I am seeing a bird over it and I am seeing its eye also. He says, get out, you are not fit. Then he asked another one, what do you see? He says, sir, I am seeing the entire bird with its wings and also his eye. He said, get out, you are unfit. He asked Arjuna, what are you seeing? Sir, I am seeing only the retina, not even the eye. I am seeing only the retina. Neither the bird is seen, nor his wings are seen, nor his body is seen. He sees only the retina. That's concentration. It is easier to concentrate perhaps on a point. Otherwise, if your mind is to be dispersed over the entire thing, it is called a dispersal of the mind. It cannot be concentration. So, here the question has arisen, sir, I am seeing such a big infinite world in its essence. If you see a pot, the pot is completely made up of clay. The clay is always there in it. There cannot be a pot or a jar without the clay. If there is no clay, there would have been no pot. So, we say the karana is always in its karya. Karya means effect, karana means cause. So a cause is always contained in the effect. When you are seeing a beautiful earring made of gold, the gold is there. Gold is the cause. Gold is the material cause out of which this earring has been made. How can the earring exist without gold? So you know, you can find out the process of, because you know, essentially both are same. There is nothing called a pot, except it is only a particular shape you want to clay. It is all clay, nothing else. It is sheer clay. But some shape has been given to it later on. So when you know that both are made up of the same thing, how can you think separately of a part, leaving aside the clay? So the one way to do it is by vichara. Go on thinking of it, do the manana, apply all your innovative techniques, all your imaginative faculties, your determinative faculties, and then find out about it. How true is this world? And think of all your other states. How true are they? When you are in dream, it is very necessary to see a God who is capable of making such a beautiful anatomy which has not been analyzed in full till today by the best of the medical brains of the entire universe. So that means he is very, very capable. And he could as well have manufactured a man who was always in a waking state, without any sleeping state, without any dream state. Why at all did he give us this dream state? Why? What is the reason? Well, some of my medical friends will say, "Sir, what are you talking? How is it possible for 24 hours, your indriyas, all your senses, your body will get simply jagged, it will get tired. So it's not possible, you will say. But a God who can create such a beautiful system of anatomy which can last for 80 years, 75 years beautifully, a tooth which could last for 60 years, 70 years easily, a bone which remains all through your life, even for people who are 95 years old, it continues. Can't he prepare such a bone and such a flesh and such a body which will never get tired, even if it works for thousands of years? He can. But then why did he prepare? Well, this is just like a crossword puzzle in your time. They will give you a puzzle and then they will give you a clue up, clue down. So you just use the clue and then find out what should be the words. In the same way, this is the clue for finding out your real nature. We are absolutely unaware, we take things for granted, we never waste a single thought on our own state. That's our state. So if you see the entire dream, you know it was a concoction of your mind. You are enclosed in a small room, 6 to 2 feet, and you are lying there, locked, well locked, outside door, inside door, in Ramanasramam, you are sleeping there. And then you are having a vivid dream where you find some 7 dacoits have entered, and they are all holding their machine guns. They have broken open your locks, and they are all standing there. Sometimes even 20 dacoits. In your room there is no space for 20 dacoits for information. But still you are looking at that as if there are 20 dacoits who are standing there with all that machine guns. No. And even though this vision is unreal, is a dream, its effect is very real. You get that agony, you get that pain, you get that worry, you get that fear. To that extent, perhaps, you may get angina of the heart really. Even after you wake up for some time, you will feel the pain in your heart. Oh my Lord, I just escaped of a hair spread. Otherwise, those fellows would have sent me to a cemetery with their rifles. And at that time, you are perspiring in your dream. Your body is perspiring. And your heart is palpitating fast. So, the effect is real. Even though it is unreal. And it looks extremely real to you at that time. Even if 1,000 people would come and tell you, don't worry, these dacoits cannot do anything to you. You are immortal, you are the Atman. You will say, get out, this is not the time for your lecture. That's all. We don't bother. We read it. That's all. So, supposing by some chance, you are aware at that time partially that you are also the dreamer, and the entire thing is after all the construction of your own mind. And does that dream happen externally in Ramanasramam outside this room? Just imagine. The entire thing is an imagination of your mind, it takes place inside your mind. All the 20 dacoits are standing inside your mind. And all the rifles are inside your mind. There was not a rifle outside you. You are alone, you are very comfortably lying down on your couch. So where is the question of dacoits? Where is the question of them standing outside? They were all inside you. But because you are seeing them outside, now it causes you fear. On the contrary, when you are sitting idle, you are just imagining as if 20 dacoits come and they are standing. Are you bothered about it? Are you afraid of it? No. Because you are at that time not seeing them outside, you are seeing them inside. So you knew this inside dacoits can't do anything to you. Then these outside dacoits are also as much part of your inside, they were nowhere outside you. All that dream is taking place inside your, it's a play of your mind, it takes place inside your mind. So it is never external. So what you do, supposing you are seeing the dream, and if only you are able to develop the consciousness that I am a dreamer and I am dreaming, then what will you do? You will wake up. What is the process of waking up? Waking up is a process where the entire dream is dissolved inside the mind of the dreamer, inside the dreamer, inside the cell. The entire universe of dream, you have dissolved it inside yours. Because you knew pretty well that world of dream was never outside, it belonged to the inside, put it where it belongs, so that it won't come out. Let it be one with you, it is your imagination. Let it go and merge with you. That is the only way. Then only your own self will die. That's all. So in a similar way here he says, Atman eva hitam drishyam pravilakshya dhiya sudhi. Sudhi. Su means very well, nice and excellent. Sudhi means a man with the right wisdom. Dhihi means buddhi. Sudhi, sushtu dhihi, yasya sada sudhi. The one who has got the right wisdom. There is a man of discrimination, a man who knows about it, a man who has done a lot of sadhana, he only becomes Sudhi. It is not only by nature you get it. You have to come to this standard by a lot of sadhana. You have to control your mind. And after controlling your mind and the indriyas, you have to go and hear from somebody, some realized the soul or other, Shravana, about the Atma. That he has nothing to do with the body. He is not the body, he is not the mind, he is not the senses, he is apart from the all, and he alone is. The rest is all a dream which is taking place in the cosmic mind of the cosmic being. That's all. In the Atma. So you hear about it, then do the manana, go on thinking about it, try to find out your own arguments for it, try to apply the hammer of logic, hammer it with your logic, hammer it with your reasoning, see whether it stands the test. Yes. Then when you accept it, when it has become a part of your own conviction, Atman eva akhilam drishyam. Drishyam means whatever is seen. Whatever is seen, drishyam sarvam mithya. That is what the Vedanta says. Whatever you see, it is all a magic. It is all an illusion. Because there is only one Supreme Being. There is only one subject. But after some illusion somehow, the subject is able to see himself as several objects. There is only one. But then out of his own power, for his own entertainment perhaps, it has made itself in the entire world with all its varieties of objects. And it has made itself into a Jivatma, into an embodied soul, and then it is looking at it with satisfaction. Well, let me see the TV, and it is having one program for each of that, and it is operating it with its lakhs of TV at the same time, just like a juggler who is operating 30 balls simultaneously without another falling down. That is what the cosmic being is doing, and we are suffering. So, learn about all these things, hear about it, then you see that all the objects are false. There is only one subject, and you can't also call it the subject, because the word subject always means that there is an object to be seen. And when there is nothing to be seen, when you alone exist, you don't even call yourself as a subject. But we only call him as a Vijnata. Vijnata Mare Kena Vijnaniya. It is a famous quotation from the Upanishads, from the Gurudev. Vijnata. Vijnata means the one who has got the experiential knowledge that he alone exists. It's a case of where the self has revealed itself to him, and a man who has seen himself to face, I alone exist, nothing else exists. It is not a bookish thought. It is something which has come to see. He can only see himself, and he sees himself everywhere. In fact, at that time he sees there is no creation. The question of everywhere doesn't arise. Because there is no space, there is no time. Space and time are part of the creation. Before that there is nothing. There was only the moment. And everything was happening in the moment only. There is no question of any time. Time is with reference to some events happening. There is no event. There is no participant. Where is the player? Where is the playground? Then where is the question of a duration of the play? Nothing arises. That will be the stage of Pravilapya. Dissolve the world. Dissolve all that is to be seen. Whatever comes before you, the entire world with its variety of objects, Pravilapya. You dissolve it, merge it. Prakarshena, Vikarshena, Pravilapya. See, it has to be done with special efforts. To forget the world is not so easy. Yesterday we said, the Lokavasana is so strong. If you want to release it, the only way is to bombard it from all sides, day and night, with the Brahma Vasana. When thoughts of the world come, shout, "Mummy, Mummy," that's all. Let the Brahman come. A small child, if a stranger comes and then he tries to make it a friend, he immediately shouts for his mother. And there was a great man called Rakhal Maharaj. He was able to see and talk to the Lord every day. There is a beautiful book, a small book in Indian Muslims and other places, which Vivekananda used to talk very highly about, saying, a book known as The Letters from Rakhal Maharaj, or How to Feel the Presence of God, how to practice the presence of the God, presence of God. There he talks about such things. That's all. So, either you have the vichara that after all the cause and effect are one and the same. This ornament is nothing but the gold. Think of the gold, leave aside its shape. Today it is an earring, tomorrow it can become something else, after tomorrow it can become a ring. concerned, it's all gold. That's all. So either you think that the entire world is nothing but the Lord, it is nothing but me, it is nothing but the Atma, it is nothing but the Brahman. See everything as the Brahmakara. It is called the Brahmakara Vritti. It is called Akhandakara Vritti. It is called Atmakara Vritti. That is, Vritti means the modification of the mind, a thought. The entire thought has got only one form, the form of the Atma. The formless form. Form only means it is only a method of expressing it, that's all. That is, all the thoughts are about him, about the Atma. How to think of something who has got no form, who cannot be described? You think of it in that manner, Atman cannot be described. It is beyond the senses. The senses can't catch it. It is beyond the mind. So think of it in that manner. So think only of that Atman, only of that Brahman, Mumparti Pratibha, ours only we think. Then the world can never reach its food. That's the only way. So, Sudhihi, a man with a discriminative wisdom, Diya, by using his intellect, by the process of reasoning and logic, because that is why we use your buddhi. So, by the process of reasoning and the logic, learned from the Guru and the scriptures, Drishyam, Akhilam Drishyam, Atmanyeva. Akhilam Drishyam, all that is to be seen, all the world, all the objects of the world. Atmanyeva Pravilapya. Pravilapya, you dissolve it. Where shall we dissolve it? Atmani, in your own self. Only myself remains, everything is all inside myself. There is no world outside me. There is no world apart from me. It is all a concoction of my mind. Otherwise, you use your diya. How? You just say, while in sleep what happens? Use the clue which God has given you. That is why this clue has been given. The sleeping state has been given to you. So you think, during sleep, my mind doesn't work. When my mind is still, when it doesn't work, I don't see the world. I don't see the eye. I don't see I am not aware of the body even. Because the body is part of the world. The entire world disappears. But do you also disappear? No. You very much get up in the morning. So that means you have mind. You have been there continuously. Because you are able to remember the next morning, oh, I slept a lot even though I got one or two dreams. So who was that who is able to recollect that he was there, that he was sleeping? That means there was a watcher on the tower who was all the time watching you when you were asleep. And that doctor, he was always there. So, by that means, like this, through your own mind, you apply the logic. You say, so when the mind is not there, the world is not there. Early morning, when once the mind comes, immediately the I thought, immediately all my appointments and disappointments in the world, what I have to do and what I have not to do this day. So everything comes up. The entire world, it rises just like the sun from the sea. It just rises. So, this is how you apply your mind. This is only an example. So you interpolate, you find out, you apply your own logic, find out methods. And then you should say that this entire world is outside, it's not outside me. It is not apart from me. It is me only, and it is not actually outside. Just as in the dream I was seeing the turquoise outside, now I am seeing this entire world outside me. On the contrary, this entire cinema is going on inside the cosmic being. Cosmic being alone is there. He is the only dreamer. He is the Atma. He is the Brahman. That Atma alone is there. And this entire thing is his mind's play. So, you are that Atman. You are that actor. All the actors in the dream are that Brahman. All the actors in the dream are the dreamer alone. So how can we do it? So it is quite easy, I'll tell you. See, there is a dream. You are in your room. At a corner in Ramanasramam, let us take you are in the waking state. Suddenly 4 dacoits somehow they force the entrance into you and say, they demand $50,000 from you. 15 minutes given, otherwise you are going to eternity. They are showing their rifle. You don't have the $50,000, you don't have $50,005, definitely you should go back. But they don't believe, they are false. They say, you give, otherwise you are gone, that's all. Now you get worried and you are not alone. There were 5 more friends of yours at that time. So he says, each one of you give $50,000. And they have all talked to me too, they haven't brought the 5 with them. So welcome. And all of them are looking at you with an accusing eye as if you are responsible for this. So who asked them to come? And then they got caught. Now, you get so worried, standing is the hour and that fellow's hand is itching to shoot the gun. So, suddenly what you do? Oh my Lord, my head bursts. I can't tolerate it. My heart is bursting point. For a second, let me forget the world. Withdraw your thoughts. Forget the defight. Forget the Mangalashram room. Forget your friends. Just draw all the thoughts. Take away all the thoughts from all the dacoits, from your friends. Now, the moment you remove the thoughts from all its support where it was standing, then where will it go? The thoughts have now no other place except to go back to the source from which they came. The source of that thought is the dreamer, the dreaming fellow who is sleeping and who is dreaming. They go back. So the fellow who for a second got rid of his mind by withdrawing his thoughts, he finds that he is now one with the dreamer, and he finds the computer, he finds the program. Oh my Lord, I am he, I am the programmer, and I am the dreamer. Oh fine, but then he takes compassion. What about all manner of chaps? The poor fellows, they do not know that they are also human. So if one man can now wake up by coming back to the dreamer, and then he will be able now to program it in such a way the entire dream disappears even. He can do that. He can do anything with the program. The program is in his hand. So he can easily do the dissolving of that dream world into himself. And then when he does it, if he goes back to the dream again, then he becomes a guru in the dream world. And slowly he will get a shishya of those chaps. The dacoits run away, leaving their guns. Suddenly the friends get impressed. Oh, my friend has got some power. He has got some siddhi. He can't see him in the dream trap. They will come to you again and again. You become a So, that's the enlightenment. The moment you merge, but then I told you the entire process, you see, doesn't happen in the 1 minute. It takes perhaps hours before we could. So first thing is the withdrawal of the mind. Second thing is, going in merging it's not that easy. There is a process in between. I will need just outline it, a small outline of it, skeleton. Then what you should do? Now that you have dissolved the world, Bhavaye dekam atmanam. Now you should think of only that Atman, as told in the previous sloka. So Bhavaye, you should meditate on, you should think on ekam atmanam, that Atman only, that self only. Think of the self, nothing but the self. Now you bombard yourself with that self. Then, how is it like? Sada. It is not a question of meditating by the evening from 5 to 6 or 8 to 9. The wording is sada, always, 24 hours. And for the full 365 days of the year and all the years around the year. Sada. Sada means always. It is not a matter to be done for an hour or 3 a day. It has to be done constantly, ceaselessly. And he gives an analogy, how is it done? it is done, he says, Nirmal Akasavat Sada. What has been tilting you, what has been distracting you, what has been troubling you, the cause of all your miseries, it is the world which came. The dream world which looked real, and the dream tigers, and the dream serpents, and the dream dracoids, they were all possible miseries. Now, when once you have been able to dissolve them into yourself, saying that dream is part of me, these are all concoctions and fabrications of my own mind, there is no reality behind it, then you become pure. Nirmal Akasavatri. You become pure like the space. The space is infinite and the space is untainted by any association with any object. Now the entire world may be there, but it won't harm you. It becomes a paper tiger. Its fangs have been taken on with the serpent without the poisonous fangs. You can play with it and nothing will happen. Then we come to the next. Yadrigyanagyaya bhedava Paramatmani navidyate Chidanandaiga rupatva Idyate swayamivahi. Still the disciple is not satisfied. He has got another question. I agree, the world is gone. But even then, it is a common experience every day. You always say that I see. The Atma is seeing. I get the knowledge. I get the knowledge of the fan. I get the knowledge of something. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Yes. We come to the 40th. Rupa Varnadikam Sarvam Vihaya Paramarthaviti Paripurna Chidananda Swarupena Vasishta. This is a simple sloka where when a man is going on thinking, meditating only on that Atma, what is that state? That is called the Brahmamayi Vritti, because we are all talking of thoughts. The thoughts are not gone. This entire method is based on thoughts. The Upanishad method is based on thoughts. The thoughts of the world have to be replaced by the thoughts of the Brahman, Brahmakara Vritti. Then what happens is when the Brahmakara Vritti continues, you know what happens? The pure jnana, it can never remove the ignorance. A pure jnana, the absolute, it cannot remove the ignorance. On the contrary, its power is to illuminate everything. It will illumine your ignorance, it will reveal your ignorance, but it cannot dispel the ignorance. It is just like this. When the sunlight comes and you keep a paper down below, it cannot burn it, you keep it in sunlight. On the contrary, in the sunlight, you keep a length in between, allow the rays to pass through that, they get concentrated, suddenly this paper catches fire, it burns. So what happens is, the Brahmakara Vritti is a thought of the Brahman, but through it, there is a reflection of the power of the Brahman which comes and gets reflected from it. So when it passes through this lens of what is called the Brahmakara Vritti, that is the thoughts of the Brahman, the thoughts of the Atman, then it gets the power to destroy this ajnana or the ignorance. Then the ignorance is burnt off, and this in-between which came, this Brahmakara Vritti or the thoughts of the Lord, that disappeared. The ignorance has disappeared, thoughts of the Lord have disappeared, thoughts of the Atman have disappeared. What remains? The Atman alone, the pure Brahman alone. That's your state. That's your nature. That's your natural state. You reach your soul. This is the entire process of the technique of the Upanishads. So we are going by that. So this entire thing is now that Brahmakara sthiti, when you are only thinking thinking of the Atman, thinking of the various attributes of the Atman as given in the Upanishad, as told by the Purushotta, as you are reading the scriptures and all that, then how is he? Rupa varnadikam sarvam vihaya paramarthavitu. The one who is paramartha vitu. Vitu means the knower. Paramartha means the ultimate being. Parama means the ultimate. Artha means the object. The ultimate object. That is the ultimate thing, the ultimate being, the supreme being. The one who knows theoretically about the supreme being and who is having this Brahmakara vritti, he is called the Paramartha Vitu. So the one who knows theoretically about the Brahman very well, which is called the Paroksha Jnana. Paroksha means indirect. So the one who gets this indirect knowledge, Aparoksha means intuitive. It is a direct knowledge. It doesn't come through any medium. We call it the immediate knowledge, the one which comes without through any medium. So this is called the Paroksha or the indirect knowledge getting through preceptors, through the books, through the scriptures. Paramartha Vitu. Rupa varnadikam sarvam vihaya. His body sense is gone. So when the body sense is gone, where is the question of thinking of form? Where is the question of thinking to what caste I belong? I am a Brahmin, I am a businessman, I am a Vaishya, I am a Kshatriya, I am a warrior. Where is the question? He will not think I am an MSc, I am a PhD, nothing. He cannot think I am 20 years old, I am 18 years old, the eye sense is gone. The body sense has gone along with the world. Because your body belongs to the world. Anything that is seen, drishya, so you see your own body. So it has also been dissolved in the Atman. There is no body. When the body is no longer there, where is the form? Where is the caste like Varna? So all these things are stations in life, saying that I am a Sanyasi, I am an ascetic, I am a monk, I am a householder, I am a celibate. Where is the question? It doesn't arise. Because when you are thinking of Atman, Brahma Chittayitva Brahmaiva Bhavati. The one who goes on thinking of the Brahman, he becomes the Brahman at that time. He is not aware, he doesn't remember that I am Shantananda with a beard. Sarvam Rupa Varnadikam Vihaya. Vihaya, after having abandoned completely all these aspects, discarding all names, forms, caste, all these things, because Rupa, Varna, Adi. Adi means etc., etc. Rupa means form. Varna means the color. You may call it as color or you may call it as caste. Both mean the same. You may say I am black. You may say I am a white. You may say I am rosy red. All sorts of things. You may be proud of your own color. So all these things no longer matter. Rupa Varnadikam Vihaya. Once for all he is not bothered with them at all. Then Paripurna Chidananda Swarupena Vasishta. As I said, when you have left off all your body sense, when you continuously think of that Atman, you become the Atman. There is very much a story that a man wanted to know how to meditate on God. He went on pestering one of the chaps who used to come and daily meditate. Sir, please let me know what is the form of the Lord on whom I should meditate. How should I meditate on the God? I said, hello, God, I have no idea. He used to in Kerala, in a place called Guruvayur, where the Lord Krishna's famous temple is there. That fellow simply told, how will that Lord be on which I am to? He said, hey, both be bole reko. It will be like a buffalo. Because we didn't like this chap. It will be like a buffalo. Go. This fellow went and he was thinking of a big buffalo with a large horn, and he never came out of the room. He was not bothered day and night. Then somebody who came and saw his state, When they were all feeding him somehow or other, he was not even aware he will feed. He was always thinking of it. When this Guru heard of it, oh my Lord, what is happening? He went and called him, hey, come out. He says, sorry, I can't come out. I am a very big buffalo. This door will not allow me to come out. I am so sorry, sir. I am trying my best. I am unable to come out. So thinking of the buffalo, he became a buffalo. Thinking of the Brahman, you become the Brahman. Thinking of the Atman, you become the Atman. So that's what he says. So, Swarupena avatishtate. You come in the natural form of the Brahman. What is the Brahman? What is he? Paripurna. You see that I am everywhere. Paripurna. I am perfect. Perfect to the core. I am the perfection. Paripurna. Paripurna may mean either of the two things. Either most perfect, the maximum perfection, or you may consider yourself as the one who is everywhere. The ultimate state is a state of perfection. There is only one state of perfection. There are 100 states of imperfection. If I say I am not doing well, you may ask me, sir, is it your foot which is troubling? Is it the arthritis which is troubling your knees? Or is it your cardiac problem? Is it your blood sugar? There can be 1,000 imperfections. If I say I am perfect, will you ask me, are you perfect in your nose, sir, or in your ear? I am perfect, I told you. There is only one state of perfection. There is only one state of Atma. There is only one state of Brahman. That is what they call in the quantum physics as the superconductors. The superconductors are the supermost. They are near the Supreme Being. There what happens? Every particle is in perfect condition. All the electrons are all completely arranged in such a perfect condition where they are inviolable. Nothing can attack them. No outside force can come and attack them. That is the Brahman state. He reaches it. How is it Paripurna? He reaches the state of being everywhere. He is all pervasive. Chitta, he is all conscious. He is all awareness. He is only divine in the state of that awareness, that existence, that being, that he is always aware of that, that's all. He is Chitta, the awareness, the consciousness. Then, if one is perfect, if one is only in the consciousness, if one has become the Brahman in his own Swarupa, then what will be there? What will be the result? What do you get out of it? You get what you all ultimately want. We all ultimately want a bliss. You get it. Ananda. Paripurna Chitta Ananda Swarupena avatishtate. You remain in that perfect form. The form which is everywhere. You are full of Ananda. You are full of happiness. That is why when anybody comes near a realized soul, the Ananda is so much, you cannot, but even a buffalo will feel the vibration, even a donkey will feel that vibration of that immense bliss in which he always remains. It goes and penetrates or binds around. That's been seen, that's been practically experimented on. For binds around a man doesn't even know about the existence of his soul. He suddenly feels from morning to evening that he is always in a good mood, it's a joyful mood, it's a mood of glee. This has been experimented upon by people like Maharishi Maheshi. Paripurna Chidananda Swarupena avatishtate. He remains in that perfect, his own form of Brahman, who is Chidananda, who is all aware, who is everywhere, who is omniscient, who is omnipotent, and who is all this. Now we'll come to the next, and before that I'll just give you the background why the next sloka comes. Yes, the world disappears. But sure, the Tripurti will exist. Even if you are in Atman, if you are thinking of an Atman, so long as you think of an Atman, there is a thinker, there is a thought, there is an Atma to be thought of. Even within that there are three things. How do you say Ekam Atmanam, that one only? Even there is a difference of three. The knower, the known, and the knowledge which links both. This is called the Tripati. Tripati means the relationship of the thread. The relationship of the thread. Which of the thread? Jnana, Jnata, Jnaya. Jnata means the cognizer. Jnana means the process of cognition, the process of understanding. And Jnaya means that which is to be known, the Atma. So even that is Tripati. How do you talk of the Advaita? How do you say that there is only one? Even in Atman all the three exist, so long as I think of the Atman. How can I remain in Advaita, sir? And that will be answered in the next one. We'll see tomorrow. And tomorrow I understand up to about 4:15 there will be a lecture here by an eminent personality from abroad land. And so this Atma Bodha class will start from 4:30 instead of 4:15. Because 15 the general will be there for you to go and have your tea after the lecture is over. And then at 4:30 we'll start. So we will have the class between 4:30 and 5:30.